Hey, Danny, do
Yes.
you remember when you came to Vegas and did that whole surprise thing?
Yeah.
Remember when I told you I'd get you back?
Yeah.
Time to get you back. Welcome everybody to Poppin Off. I'm Goze. With me as always, Danny. I don't know what you say, but you usually throw your arms up and down and do crazy things. But yeah, I want everybody to know that this is an edition of Poppin Off without Danny's consent. He has no idea what the hell's going on. He actually asked to talk to me about a few things here. And we thought, well, hell, if we're already here, might as well do a Poppin' Off show, right? Because last I heard, we will be postponing our live stream episode for time now being until we feel it's safe for everybody to return to studio. Forget the studio. This is what we're going to do for today, all right? We bring back Poppin' Off for as long as I can take it. But yeah, that's Danny. I'm Goze. And guess what, Danny?
What?
People the popular in full force. So yeah, if you guys are wondering what the hell is going on right now, this is I'm getting Danny back for surprising me in Vegas. We're gonna do a popping off show, and we're gonna do our best here to do whatever. I don't know. I have some topics, and we'll bring them out. How you been, Danny? How you been through all this coronavirus? I know it hit you the hardest out there in Jersey, New York, all that area.
I mean, I can't really complain, all things considered. I feel okay. It's just like adjusting to like weird things, like having to wait online to even enter stores and stuff. Like that's really weird, and that like gets my anxiety going and stuff. And like even like now, like we're allowed to go outside, but everyone outside has masks on, even if you like take a walk. And it's just like constantly being like having anxiety about everything, basically.
I have anxiety right now because we're only 2 minutes and 27 seconds in, and you're already driving me crazy. Did you see you stand online?
What?
Not in line. You're standing online.
Yeah.
Didn't we all have this argument like 2 years ago?
Look. Number one,
standing on the line. You're standing in it.
You used to put up with me 5 days a week, and on weekends when I would have to call and get guests for the week. So this, you should not be already used up with your annoyance.
Whatever.
But
give us before we get going here, give us a little update on Poppin' Off. I know you guys are working, trying to figure out how you can make this happen. But are we a little closer? Are you a little closer to getting the show back together? Is that all going to depend on our conversation after this?
Yes and yes and no. It's really funny, actually. Hey, what's really funny is we had a meeting. We had a Poppin' Off meeting at 7:00 Eastern today, actually. And in the meeting, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to Goze later," and I really want to describe the software that he's using. So now I can actually talk about what we had in that meeting on here, which is super awkward because nobody in that meeting knew that we were going to be talking about that live. But basically, right now we're exploring A, pre-recorded segments, and B, live streaming. Yeah, pre-record. So I mean, what we really want to do is hopefully be able to use the same software you're using and get back to doing the show live from all of our houses and stuff like that. But if in the meantime we have to do pre-recorded segments, our ideas were like, like all of our segments, but just like we'll pre-record them and then release them throughout the week. So like say Netflix and Spill segment is Tuesdays, and our hashtag trending segment is Wednesdays, and Thursdays is gamer tags, or Fridays is gamer tags and stuff like that. So that's what we're trying to do.
So things are in the process of coming along.
Yeah, I mean, I think the meeting went really well. I'm hoping that now we're gonna get the ball rolling. And I know we're supposed to have another meeting this weekend, and we're gonna test everybody's cameras and microphones and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Couple questions coming in. Where's your Batman mask? Have you been using that for protection? And he's actually worn that a couple other times. You guys don't know about that. And where are all your pops, Danny Okers?
All my pops are over there and over there. My room is a mess. I thought I was just gonna be talking to you.
Mm-hmm. In line, by the way, everybody is saying in line, so you're pretty much crazy,
dude.
Hey, so this is something that you need to know about this program, Danny. People on Facebook can comment, and obviously we can put the comments up there on the screen. So if you guys have any questions or any topics you want to talk about, let me know. I'll pop it in. However, this is the weird thing. Because our show's on Patreon, we can't just broadcast live to Facebook because then we're giving away the content that we're charging for, right?
Right.
So we created a group. That way only our subscribers can be in that group and we can broadcast straight to the group. The only problem with that, I don't know why they do this. You have to, and I already see it in here, but there is, when you see a comment like this, right? It says user. Mm-hmm. You have to physically go in there and give them your permission to put your name and picture. Once you do it, it's good. It's good after that. But yeah, so anybody who is a Facebook user right now, if you're tired of being Facebook user and you want Danny to be able to see your name and face and all that, there's a post in our group page towards the bottom. Just go in there. All you do is literally click one link and it's done.
Well, I can see one of the Facebook users is definitely Martin, because I see Aloha, #population. That's definitely Martin. Johnny Rico, for sure. Billy McDonald. I don't know. Let's go. I don't know who that is. Who knew about this? Why is everybody saying surprise?
Because everybody knew about it. Everybody but you.
I'm going to shake my fist at Johnny Rico later.
And look, even some non-Poppin Off fans came in just to support you, Danny. That's Ray from San Antonio. He used to call into the show a lot.
Yeah, I remember Ray. I'm Facebook friends with Ray. I remember Ray. And we've got Wilkes Booth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quite the crew here. So let's start off and talk about some nerdy stuff. What do you think? You down?
I'm ready. I mean, I'm always ready for that.
You kind of don't have a choice because you were forced into this show today. But look, man, this is something I want to talk about, and I want to get your opinion on. Rick and Morty, they're back. They're finally back. I don't really know about this episode, man. I like it. I mean, it's no episode is bad, but I was confused to all hell as to what was going on. And I know you nerds are probably going to come and say, well, there's this artistic thing. Yeah, I get that. But this episode went a little too far for my liking. It was fun, but I hope we get back to just the regular Rick and Morty episode.
I mean, what I think and what I think it was basically, and I didn't even realize this. Did you watch the trailer before this? Like the trailer for like the next few episodes before this episode aired, they made a trailer. And I didn't realize this in advance. Somebody actually told me when I was talking about the episode with them that thanks. That most of the stuff from the trailer was in this episode. So basically they were just completely saying F you to the fans and saying like, we're not going to show you anything that we're doing for the rest of the season. This episode makes no sense. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just a big F you, basically.
Well, I mean, I've almost with everything, I don't watch trailers now because they just show so much that at this point it like almost ruins the movie, right? If you're watching an Avengers trailer or something, right, and you remember this big scene, okay, like the Hulk, right, when he was in the Iron Man suit. Now let's just say there's a scenario early on in the movie where the Hulk may die. You know he's not going to die because you haven't seen him in the Iron Man suit yet, right? So yeah, it kind of messes with. So I kind of stay away from trailers now.
But the best part about trailers is now the major companies, at least Marvel, they're doing fake stuff in trailers. Like the Hulk was never in the Iron Man suit. Like they did that for Infinity War. They did that whole setup to be fake. So everybody thought it was going to happen. It never did.
It did happen.
No.
Yeah.
In Infinity War?
Well, I don't know about Infinity Wars. Wasn't it the one before? It was the one before that. The second to the last movie. You don't remember the Hulk in the Iron Man suit? It was right when Thor came back. Oh my God, am I a bigger nerd than you?
No. Are you talking about Bruce Banner was in the
Iron
Man suit?
Oh my God.
Okay. Wait. But there was in the trailer, he was actually in the suit, like or there were like pop figures and stuff of him as the Hulk breaking out of the Iron Man suit. And that was all fake.
Okay.
There we go. See, Johnny Rico agrees with me. It was Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster, not Hulk. Bam!
Rico. I should have had him do this.
You just got Rico'd.
I just got Rico'd.
Yeah, Martin said it too. Infinity War had fake trailers.
You fixed your thing. Damn right, Wilkes Booth. Here we go. All right. Overall, what'd you think of the episode?
I liked it. I mean, I understood what it was for. It was basically just like, all right, we're back, but we're not gonna like do anything serious. I mean, they have so many other episodes to do. I mean, the deal was for an insane amount of episodes that, I mean, they can progress the story whenever they feel like it. I think basically that was kind of what they were saying. We can do whatever we want. We have so many episodes to work with. We don't have to make a story episode immediately, even though everybody's been waiting for it for forever.
Well, you know what today is, right?
I do.
Let's talk a little bit about that because there was some news released. You're gonna have to say this name because
Taika Waititi.
If I say it, I'm gonna want to say something else. Yeah, there you go. He's gonna be directing the new Star Wars movie, and I think he's gonna be co-writing it as well. That's good news, right? I mean, this is a good director. He's done a lot of cool stuff, and he did the season finale, I believe, of The Mandalorian. So, hey, dude, check it out. I know my shit now. So, yeah, talk about that. Tell us what your reaction is to hearing that news. Is that the guy you would want in charge?
Well, I want Jon Favreau to I mean, what he did with The Mandalorian and what he did like within Marvel, and I mean, Jon Favreau has actually done so many different things, and I've loved everything he's done. That if I was going to choose any director to do a feature Star Wars movie, it would be him. But Taika Waititi is an amazing director. I mean, Thor Ragnarok was great. Everything that Taika Waititi has done, I think, has been awesome. At least personally that I've seen. I mean, I haven't obviously seen everything he's done, but I think it's in good hands. I think he's gonna be great. Yeah, I think if we could get Favreau and Taika Waititi on a feature Star Wars film, that would be perfect.
Well, it is the 4th, and this is popping off, right? We gotta talk some pops. Check these out. These are gonna be released here. Tell me what you think. Baby Yoda. Not bad, right? You gonna buy any of these?
Yeah, I actually want. I don't know if you saw it already, but I want the giant size one, the 10-inch of the Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
I think I forget how much it is on. I think Rico might have ordered it already through Amazon. He probably could tell us, but it can't be more than like 40. But it's awesome and it's really big.
It's that big. You know what I don't like about these? I don't like the shaded green. He looks like a sick Yoda, doesn't he? Because Yoda was like darker, wasn't he? Like more like a frog color.
Yeah, but like Yoda was like way older.
Still,
this is a baby.
You're gonna get darker when you get older. You're gonna have the same skin color.
I mean, maybe I'll move to Florida and I'll just like get tan and crispy in the sun, and I'll get darker.
Should you just call it the Florida?
The Florida.
What is it with Florida? They run by their own rules out there. How mad are they that they don't have murder hornets? They're just like, dude,
they missed the boat on that. What was it? Washington State scooped them.
Yeah. Rico says it was about $35 to $40. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, it seemed pretty cool.
Oh, it's awesome. It's definitely worth it, and especially with Amazon, every once in a while it'll go on sale. I think it went on sale at one point for $30. I missed that, but yeah.
Let's talk a little Marvel news. Nick Fury, the Fury Files are going to be coming to Disney Plus. That's pretty good news if you have Disney Plus. I mean, the first month was, wow, The Mandalorian, that's awesome. And then after that was, hey, Bambi's cool. Remember it's good, right? Now we got something else we can watch, hopefully, but who knows when this thing's going to get filmed and put together. I bet you know. You tell us, Danny.
I don't actually. I mean, I heard that it would be tentative and it's coming, but I have no idea exactly when the film date's going to be, or if that's even going to be pushed back. I think right now we're just kind of getting tentative dates. Like I know even the feature movies are all kind of, they have the tentative dates of when they're going to release, like ones that are done. have the dates of like, we're probably going to have it now, but it's open to be pushed back and stuff like that. Like even like Black Widow was supposed to be released, I believe just this past weekend was going to be the actual air like release date of it. And that's being pushed back way far as I know. Rico can kind of help me. I don't have anything in front of me just because obviously this was a surprise and I wasn't prepared, but I think it's going to be awesome, especially, I mean, you gotta love Nick Fury, but I don't know. The cool thing is what they're doing with all of the Marvel TV shows. They're tying so closely in with the phases of the movies and stuff like that. So I'm more interested of when the release date's going to be because I want to know what movies it's going to tie into. Because I think that's a really cool aspect of Disney Plus and all the Marvel series. Like they can actually do what kind of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't know if you ever saw that, what they kind of wanted to do, but they were never able to, where they kind of wanted to exist in the same universe, but they were never able to pull it off because they couldn't get the actors. Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, people are wanting to know how I prepared for this show. Do you guys really want to know what happened?
I want to know. I want to know what happened.
I had to do like 4 shows today. This is my last one. And I Googled, I know it was May the 4th be with you. So I go, okay, I saw that story come up. So I'm like, that's going to be enough. I just had like 4 or 5 topics. And then I was going to let you take over because I thought there was a good chance Danny was going to say, I can't do this right now, man. I'm not prepared. This is not how we do Poppin' Off. And I would have said, tough. You got to sweat it out at least 15 minutes. But so far he's played along, so I didn't expect this to go that long. But yeah, I like Rick and Morty now thanks to Danny. So I watched that. And then I have a couple more topics here. Let's get to this. Let's talk about some of the movies that coronavirus has impacted, right? Movies that are going to be released later. Not just movies, but TV shows. Which one hurt you the most? I'm going to start off, and I'm going to tell you right now, because I think this one probably stung you as well. Top Gun 2. I saw this when I was like in 4th grade or 5th grade, and now you tease me that it's coming back, and then you delay it again. That one stinks. How about you, Danny?
Do I have to agree that it's Top Gun 2, or can I actually see the same movies?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, how much did they film of Top Gun 2? Because I feel like
a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty much done. Like they may be doing like extra stuff and then editing and stuff, but like
it would be released in the theaters, I would imagine, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely. I mean, everything's being pushed back. Like I just mentioned, Black Widow was supposed to be released. Was supposed to be going into theaters. I believe it was this past weekend. It was supposed to be. That was supposed to be the actual release date. I mean, that one. I thought that one was going to be a really good movie. I was definitely geared up to go. But every Marvel movie is now pushed back. Everything that we were going to get in 2020 is now going to be in 2021. Everything that was going to be in 2021 is going to be in 2022. I would love to see. I would have loved to see Spider-Man, but now we're not going to get that until maybe 2021, 2022, something like that. Because I really like the new Marvel Spider-Man movies.
The Wonder Woman one stings as well. Billy McDonald's.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman 1984.
I thought that was going to come out though. I thought they were going to bypass the theater. Did they go back on that?
That was the rumor. And I mean, depending on how long this all lasts, maybe like one of the theaters will kind of test the waters. But the last I heard, it was just a rumor and they really weren't going to do it. But the only thing that was cool that they did, the movies that were in the theaters, like right as the shutdown was happening and everything, they did like throw them to premium services like really quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the weird thing about all this is because that happened, I feel like if you're a sports fan, we weren't supposed to get the Bulls, what is it called?
Last Dance?
Last Dance. We weren't supposed to get that, but we got that a little quicker because of this.
Yeah.
And we got a few shows like that, but what that did was now we're going to get to the point where we have nothing, and that's going to really suck. That's when you're going to see that post on Twitter and Facebook. Hey, any recommendations out there? And then we're going to be doing that for about a couple months. So that's going to suck. But I don't know about this video on demand. Like I'm kind of into I see where people are going, but man, isn't there, like, when we talk about MMA, we talk about some of these big fights, we're happy to see fights come back and we're happy to be able to cover it. But there's a certain thing about having the big roar of the crowd and the walkouts and all the build up to that. And I think it transfers over into entertainment as well. I want to see Top Gun 2. I don't want to be sitting in my room on my couch when I do it. I want to be in the movie theater throwing popcorn at my friends going, oh my God, it's Maverick. And it's super old. But we're not going to be able to get that. So I don't know. There's a part of me that says that would be really cool. And there's a part of me that's like, dude, I want to hear this with surround sound and all that. Where do you stand, Danny?
Well, I kind of agree. It's both good and bad. I don't know exactly what it kind of depends on how long this takes and how desperate I get to actually want to see the new movies that I was kind of promised. Like, I can hold off a little while. Like, if we're gonna get like Black Widow in the fall, that's fine. I can wait. But like, if we're still not really like into the point where we can go to movie theaters by the fall, and then it gets pushed even further, and we may not even get Black Widow until 2021. At that point, I'm like, maybe we should release some form of like digital movie theaters, or like maybe we can make it so like all of our friends can join a call, like a video call, and watch it like as if we're in a movie theater, but we can all comment and talk type of thing. But what what I did hear is that one step to kind of reboot, I guess, movie theater experiences is that we might have drive-ins might become popular again.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of drive-ins, really what happens is when they close down, for some reason people don't buy that real estate, because normally when you have a drive-in, you're not going to have it right next to a bunch of houses. Right. So they're usually out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So most of the time when they close down, they just kind of remain that same way. So you got to imagine it's probably easy to get something like that up and running. We actually did it in Vegas, and they only stayed open for one day. I don't know what exactly happened, but it was only one day. And so I'm of the generation where it was still cool back then. And so if you watch 10 movies in a year, let's just say when I was a kid, 5 of them might have been in a drive-through or what are they called?
Drive-in.
Yeah. And so it wouldn't be the craziest thing. I would totally do it. I'd be down. I think that would be cool. Especially, see, the problem is it's not like you can go with a bunch of friends, because only the people in the front are going to be able to watch. See, back then, Danny, we had more than 3 people or more than 2 people in the front of the car. You could actually sit with 3 people. So it's a little better, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but I think that would be cool. Let's see here. Let's see what these guys are saying. What are they called? The population? That's what you call them?
Yep.
Some movies are just meant to be experienced in the theater. I agree.
I absolutely agree. I'm not saying that wouldn't be the most ideal situation to watch the movies, but at a certain point, like, I kind of want to see a movie that's done. Like, if it's done.
John's saying it's a drive-on, not a drive-in. See, Danny? See how ridiculous you are? No? All right. Demolition Man. There's going to be a Demolition Man 2.
I did not know about this, but I do know that Demolition Man just came on to, was it Netflix or Hulu? It just came on to one of those two.
What services do you have?
I have Disney. Personally, I have Hulu and Disney Plus, but I also share with some other people, so I have access to Netflix and HBO.
If you could only have one during the pandemic, what would it be? So, all right, you got your Hulu, you got your Netflix, Disney Plus, your HBO Goes, your what else is there?
There's everything now. There's Showtime. What?
Vudu, there's Showtime. What would you keep? You only get one.
That's really tough. I might have to go with Disney Plus, because they've got all the Star Wars and all the Marvel. Like, that's at least.
You're not gonna get very many new original programming. Like, aren't you gonna get tired of that after a while? All of a sudden, the Penguins show up, and that's supposed to hold us off for 2 months or something.
Yeah, but what kind of original content are you getting with Hulu? Like, how much longer can they make new content? Like I'm
thinking Netflix is the way to go.
But you said it. Like, they can't. At a certain point, we're not going to have any new content if it lasts that long.
Yeah, but Disney only has so much, where the rest of the world, I mean, you might be able to get something. Shows from across the pond, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Disney.
Man, too. I love Demolition Man and would have loved the sequel so much, or much sooner to the original. I agree. That
Yeah,
was a cool movie. And there's no Wesley Snipes now, right? Because he got decapitated in the first one.
well, he got smashed into a million bits when he was frozen, right?
Yeah, which I believe that's where they get the idea for Sub-Zero. But it's me.
Yeah,
Disney or Hulu is what Johnny Rico's saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those are the two I own now. So I would they're the two that I use the most now. Like Netflix is great, and I mean I will watch stuff on it, but if I'm talking TV shows, it's usually Hulu, and if I'm talking movies, it's usually Disney Plus.
All right. Well, we've come to the part of the show where I no longer have things to talk about. So you guys in the chat there, if you want to talk about anything, bring it up and we will chat about it. And Danny, if you have anything, I mean, didn't you host this show? I'm sure you did something on the fly. What else are we missing here? I'm sure there's tons of stuff.
Well, I did want to give a shout out to Johnny Rico. He did say HBO Max. I don't know if you heard about this. I've been trying to make sense of what HBO Max is for the longest time, and I've had many conversations with Rico about like him just explaining to me what HBO Max is supposed to really be. Basically, it's a premium above HBO is what I gathered. So it's going to have like movies and different original content from HBO. It has something to do with AT&T. Florida Man story of the night. I wish I had one. Ooh, let me check. Hold on. Let me see if I can get something. I'm gonna check the Poppin Off group. I do have to give. Can I give a big shout out to everybody in the Poppin Off Facebook group? They're awesome.
Oh, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Johnny Rico, Martin, I believe Wilkes Booth is in there. Billy McDonald's always in there. He posts daily. Let's see what else.
Show us your favorite pop. It says.
Ooh, that's tough.
Is it tough? You want people to see what's on your nightstand?
No, it's just I was the reason. So you texted me and you're like, get on now. And I said 2 minutes. The reason is because I was taking clothes out of the dryer and I just threw them on my bed because you were like, I'm going to kill you. So I have clothes, like clean clothes all over my bed because I just pulled them out of the dryer.
When you said 2 minutes, I just thought maybe you were having sex or something. But so
in quarantine.
Hey, you never know. Here's the thing though. Only Tran is in here too. Hey, look at that. You made him chop liver.
Sorry.
The reason I was trying to get you on here by a certain time was because we were supposed to go live at 6.
Why did you tell? Oh, it was exactly not okay. Yeah.
When you told me 6, I was like, okay, but I need to stream this live at 6. I can't just have you march in. I had to kind of like trick you and tell you that's why it says live. I don't know what lie I told you, but I told you it's live. You
said, I'm going to record this so that you can show it to Tim and everybody else for the show so you can explain all the bells and whistles as they're seeing it. So don't be freaked out if it says live.
Exactly. That was a lie. Goze, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Ooh, that's a good question. You know, honestly, back in the day, this answer is going to sound so cheesy now because it's because of everything that's happened. But it was Boba Fett back in the day.
I love Boba Fett. He was an awesome character.
Yeah, but now with all the Mandalorian stuff, I think it's kind of like low.
Can everybody see it? Everybody can see all my pops?
Yeah.
It just keeps going down.
Favorite though?
I mean, I think it's still like either Ace Ventura or Homer Simpson, and I got them both in hard protectors right there. They're like my favorites. I think they will always be my favorites.
I guess to answer your question, Darth Maul's pretty dope. I liked him. Although he doesn't really talk much, but the double lightsaber was pretty cool after years of just getting the regular one. What separates, and this is me asking you because I don't know much about this stuff, but what separates why you would want to take something out of the case and why you wouldn't? Is it just value, that sort of thing, or what?
Well, for me, like, because you can safely take them out of the box. Like, if you're an in-box collector, you can still display out of box. It's really just personal preference.
Mhm.
And I mean, if you keep your box okay, then there's no difference.
Okay.
I just think the newer pops look so much more detailed. They're so cool to actually see in person. That's why, like on the show, most of the time when we have like a pop of the night or something like that, I'll have it out of the box just because all of the newer ones, they go into so much better detail. They're awesome, and you need to see them out of the box. So
Jimmy Scissors is not open. What happened was this. My girlfriend, her mom used to cut hair, and she thinks that because her mom used to cut hair, she can cut hair. So she told me one day, I can just cut your hair. And I was like, you know what? Can't get any worse than what it looked like. So she cut it, and it wasn't the end of the world for literally not knowing what she's doing. I mean, that's so I just took it. I haven't touched the top. I won't let her touch the top. And then George got a haircut today because his girlfriend's in town, and she actually used to cut hair, so that's why he looked like that today. Maul is amazing. Clone Wars made him one of the all-time greats. Clone Wars just had a crazy season finale, right? I don't know if we want to talk about that because it literally just happened, right?
I haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah,
so.
You haven't even watched it yet. So
Yeah.
we don't want to get to that. I don't want to overwhelm you with my nerd knowledge. We won't do that. Speaking of haircuts, Danny, do you ever cut your hair?
I don't cut my own hair. I will never do that. But my cousin is a hairstylist. Shout out to my cousin Lauren. She's not in this chat, so she won't see this. But she's cut my hair probably the last 4 years, and I usually get a haircut or a trim twice a year, and that's when I get my hair recolored. So like she cuts off like the dead ends and then redyes my hair.
The ends are the part that are dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get split ends, and it's the dead ends. That's why it gets all fuzzy and everything.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the thing.
The whole thing is fuzzy, Danny.
Yeah, but towards like if your hair was dead at the root, then your hair would fall out. Do you know? Do you know how hair works?
Well, I know what split ends are, but your whole head is a split end, isn't it? You're like Groot.
My hair is actually nice and soft. I shampooed and conditioned it today. It's like nice and clean and soft, and yeah.
All right. Which one? Coronavirus or death hornets or murder hornets, but one of those came out of that hair. I know that. Anybody else got questions here? I have no idea. Danny gets styled. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, fluffy and fuzzy and bright blue is a style.
Yeah. Oh, blue? I can't even tell.
It's almost not anymore. It's still there. I don't have like the greatest lighting in my room. I need to get one of those like light wheel things that I can clip on the top of my laptop.
Don't get that.
Why?
I got one. It worked great for about 2 days, and then it stopped working. And then my friend Dante Morgan, he got one as well, and his stopped working. Same way mine didn't.
Really?
Stay away from. I mean, granted, this is probably the cheesy one that you get. You could totally tell when you pulled it out. It feels like one of the 99-cent toys, plastic. But it worked really well until it didn't work anymore.
I mean, that's what you want in a product. You just want the really well to last longer than 2 days.
Yeah. Dan Tom ordered some lights for his home studio, and he had an extra one, so he sent one over here. He dropped it off, and I have it. It's way better than I thought it would be, though. So, like, if I turn it on right now, it would be like the bat signal went off. The whole thing will be illuminated, so I have to figure out where to place it. But this is the background I chose for today, the brick walls.
Because you didn't want to lay on the floor.
It's not the floor. I'll show you guys. That's the floor background. That's the light that Dan Tom.
Oh wow, that's pretty big.
And we got some foam up there, and then obviously this is not a real brick wall. And then this one I built myself.
I like that one. Why don't you use that one? Use that one.
Because that one initially when we put it together, it was supposed to be for fuck it, I'll just tell you guys. Well, am I allowed to talk? I can't curse on Poppin Off, huh?
We can. Everybody gets 1 F, and you can say shit as much as you want.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Man, hold him back. Okay, that's some bullshit.
Wow.
I got that one because I wanted to do a segment called The Chill, where a fighter and I just chill with a drink, and then I
Okay.
would illuminate. So the reason why all that stuff is like metallic is I want to illuminate it. So there's lights down there that make it different colors and shit. Yeah, and shit, I could say that. And so I don't use that one very much. But now with Corona and all that, I can't bring people in here, so I just haven't been able to use it too much. Only one F goes. What is it? Oh, one F bomb.
Everybody gets one. That's our rule, but like it's just an arbitrary rule. We've never really like we made up a bunch of rules like when we started doing it just so that we didn't say fuck like every other word. 'Cause I think when we all get together and we start drinking and we get on a roll, it's very easy for all of us to just keep saying fuck over and over again. So we just kind of
Oh man, really?
we just kind of limited it to everybody gets one, and then we can say shit as much as we want.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. All right. What do we do now? Where do we go from here?
I don't know. Does anybody have a Florida man story of the night?
What does that mean? I know what that is.
You've never heard of like all the craziness that always happens in Florida?
Yeah, we literally talked about that at the start. But what is this? Is this a segment on your show or something?
Yeah, we do Florida man story of the night, and it's usually just like the craziest Florida man story I can find. And I mean, they've ranged from like guys being naked on top of Wendy's screaming stuff to like a lady feeding alligators when her backyard is like a golf course, and so she was attracting alligators to a Florida golf course.
I saw two of the most disturbing videos I've ever seen today.
Okay.
One of them was it said they're working on Corona or COVID-20, and it was this lady in China. She had a turtle. This is disturbing. Okay, so I don't understand what she's saying. She's got a turtle in her hand like that, and then all of a sudden she bites its head off, dude. And I was like, whoa, what is this? So I turned that off as soon as I could. I don't know if there was more to that or not. And then the other one was just a giant alligator, and some dude was just like cutting into it, and it just looked so nasty. And then I know he was gonna pull something out of there, and I wasn't prepared to see what it was gonna be. So it could have been a bicycle or something, you know. But I was like, oh man, what if like it's somebody's arm or something? But yeah, dude, some pretty nasty things today.
Where were you just like looking at these, and these were coming up in timelines and stuff?
One of them got sent to me, and then the alligator I just saw on the timeline, and the other one, a person who will remain nameless, sent it to me. And
can I ask, did you already say his name previously on this recording?
No,
oh, okay.
I know who you're thinking. That person only sends me things of people getting jacked up. By the way, I saw a monkey today driving a motorcycle.
And he takes a baby, right? It's the monkey driving the mini motorcycle, and then he the best part of that video, is he gets off the motorcycle like a person. He doesn't just like crash the motorcycle and then like is bewildered and then grabs a little kid. He drives the motorcycle up, lays it down, and gets off the motorcycle like a person.
How strong is he, or how weak is that baby? Because like that video is already impressive. The fact that he's driving a motorcycle, insane. The fact that there's a motorcycle his size, but he does it, and then he says, "Oh man!" So this is what I'm picturing, right? If I'm a monkey and I'm the monkey from the video, so I'm thinking, cool. Today is Monday. I get to get on my motorcycle. Where's my motorcycle? And they bring it out to him, and he gets on it, and he revs it up, and then he's going. And as he's driving, he's thinking, "No shit, a baby! Oh my god, this is great!" Because I love motorcycles, but I love babies too. So then he stops his motorcycle, gets off like he's a human, grabs the baby and says, "This baby's mine now," and walks off with the baby. Super strength, all right? He's the Hulk. Drags the baby. Nobody even gets up to say like, "Hey, you're a monkey. That's weird. You're on a motorcycle and don't grab babies." They just let it go. And one guy was like he knew it was going to go down the whole time. And that baby fell on like brick floor. I don't know what. He drags the baby. And then finally one guy goes, "Hey, all right, that's enough. That's enough." Kind of like that PE teacher. Because PE teachers always let fights go way longer than like a history teacher or something like that. He was the gym teacher that said, "Okay, you guys have had enough." By then, everybody's all bloodied up and shit. But yeah, that was a crazy, crazy video.
So I guess the monkey wanted the baby more than the motorcycle, because he just ditches the motorcycle and like leaves it. He didn't try to like drag the baby and the motorcycle.
Yeah, he loves babies way more than monkeys. I don't know. I mean, he likes them both, but he loves one way more than the other.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
maybe.
didn't slow down. He hit the brakes.
Yeah.
You slow down, like, if you see like a Chick-fil-A or something like that, you hit the brakes when you see a hot chick. The baby was his hot chick. He was like, "What, baby? I'm gonna snatch that baby."
He's like, I gotta have that baby.
Yeah, you seen any other weird videos?
I've been watching a lot of the. Have you ever watched the YouTube series like the where they go on to Reddit and it's just like the weirdest like Reddit topic. So it's like one of them is like, what's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you personally? And it just somebody reads all of the comments and all the stories and stuff like that. Like some of them are really crazy, like the creepiest true stories that have happened to the users. So a lot of them are like really creepy.
Can I address two topics real quick, or two
Yes.
comments?
Yeah.
TMZ has that story now. That's great to me. Because what happens is, this is how I picture it. Somebody goes, "Is that a monkey on a motorcycle? Oh my God, grab that baby." Then he picked up his phone and he said, "Somebody get me Harvey right now." And then Harvey's like, "Get that thing up on the." That makes no sense. And then the second one, and I love that Billy followed up with, "That monkey looks like it was 100% trained to do that." Yeah, Billy, we didn't think the monkey picked up the motorcycle the first time today and then decided to snatch babies. Of course he was trained to do it.
It was a wild monkey who slowly trained himself on a regular bike on how to ride.
Yeah, that wasn't a monkey that just was hanging out and went, "I'm gonna steal that bike, and if I ever come across a baby." Somebody said, it would be really funny if we put this monkey on a bike. How do you show? I don't understand how you even show him how to ride a bike. Is it remote controlled? Is that how it works? He's just on it, and the guy drives it, or?
I mean, I guess that's possible.
Right?
I would like to believe that it's a real mini motorcycle and the monkey just knows how to ride. Like,
since I was talking about snatching the baby, dummy. Yeah, no, the whole thing. We don't. No, if anything, yeah, that whole thing had to have been taught to him.
Well, the less stranger thing is the monkey dragging the baby. I think the more stranger thing is him knowing how to operate a motorcycle and stopping on a dime like he did when he saw the baby.
And getting off the way he did.
Because a monkey can just grab something and drag it if it's physically able to. Like, you don't have to be trained to do that. But riding a motorcycle, stopping on a dime, and dismounting, I think that is the more impressive training.
Would you ever want a pet monkey?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I would always be afraid that it would use monkey strength and like start ripping like my ear off or something. Because you always hear those horror stories where like a family goes really close. Like, do you remember that story from a while ago where the lady
right?
Something like that, and they sent them. Yeah, they sent the monkey back to like a wildlife place, but they came for its birthday, and like they were celebrating with a cake or something, and like one of the other monkeys got upset, or I don't know, it was something crazy, and they ripped the guy's nose off, and like, ugh.
What? I didn't hear that one.
You didn't? He has no nose. He did pictures and interviews. No nose. At all.
The monkey just ripped his nose off?
Yeah, he grabbed the nose and just ripped.
So he's like Skeletor now? He just got like a thing?
I think he had like a skin graft over top of it, but there's no nose. It's just like a little bump.
Hey, if you didn't have if a monkey ripped off your nose, would you at that point, those glasses that you buy with the eyebrows in the nose? Would you just tell them, "Hey, if you can somehow just click this on, and that's just your new nose"? This is better than nothing, right?
I guess, yeah. Maybe get a little bit more of a professional one done. You just didn't go into like the dollar store and get one. Maybe just like you get somebody to mock it up so it kind of looks a little bit more proportionate to your face.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm about nerded out here. Wrap this up. But yeah, here you go. You can. I'll send this to you later, and you can post this whatever popping off thing you got going or whatever. And then I'm gonna end this broadcast, and then you can ask me all your questions. But before we go, anybody got any parting things here? Humpty Nose, yeah, hell yeah, that'd be dope. Humpty Nose would be awesome. All right. Got anything, Danny, before we go?
I mean, this was a good surprise. I was always looking over my shoulder, wondering how you were going to get me back about that surprise. When you said that, I thought maybe somebody was like you had like a weird person as a guest or something like that, and that's what I was worried about.
What would constitute a weird person?
What you said?
The guy with no nose?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, what's going on? All right, that's it.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching.
How do you end the show? I don't know.
I don't even remember.
You don't remember how to end your own show?
I haven't done it in so long. I'm out of practice. Oh no, we usually play music at the end, and it's a different song. Fuck.
That's a good one.
Good night, everybody.